the Mosasaur father found a way to cross into the modern ocean. Drawn by instincts older than civilization itself, he followed the faint trace left behind by his lost son. He didn't know what had happened. He only knew one thing. Somewhere in these strange waters, his bloodline had vanished. The ancient predator drifted beneath the surface. Everything felt wrong. The water was colder. The air was thinner. The sounds of the ocean were unfamiliar. This was not the sea he remembered. But somewhere in this vast ocean, the scent of his offspring remained. And so the search began. At 17 meters long and weighing more than 20 tons, the Mosasaur should have ruled any ocean he entered. Instead, his first days were a struggle for survival. The cold Pacific slowed his muscles. The lower oxygen levels left his lungs burning whenever he surfaced, and the hunger never stopped. He began hunting along Monterey's kelp forests. Sea lions looked like easy prey. In the ancient seas, animals that size rarely escaped. But the modern world was different. Again and again he attacked. Again and again the sea lions escaped. They turned faster, reacted quicker, adapted to predators he had never encountered. Hours passed without a successful hunt. For the first time since entering the future, the ancient giant learned a painful lesson. This ocean already belonged to someone else. For weeks, he survived through patience rather than strength. He ambushed smaller sharks, fed on carcasses resting on the seafloor, and hid within the dark canyons beneath Monterey Bay. Slowly, he adapted. He learned the currents, learned the terrain, learned how modern prey behaved. And during that time, he discovered something else. Fragments of bone. Deep scratches carved into underwater rock. Signs that another giant reptile had once lived here. His son had survived, at least for a while. The discovery changed everything. The search became an obsession. 3 months after arriving, the father entered territory controlled by Monterey Bay's true rulers. A pod of killer whales. 12 adults. Fast, intelligent, perfectly coordinated. These were predators unlike anything the Cretaceous had ever produced. The orcas quickly recognized the newcomer as a threat. At first they watched from a distance. Then they attacked. The pod moved with terrifying precision. Some distracted him, others struck from blind spots. Every attack landed before the whales vanished back into the darkness. Ancient strength collided with modern intelligence. For the first time in millions of years, a Mosasaur found itself surrounded, bleeding, outmaneuvered. But then the ancient killer reminded the ocean why his kind once ruled the seas. The lead orca made a mistake. One opening, one fraction of a second. That was enough. The Mosasaur's jaws exploded forward. Rows of backward curving teeth locked into flesh. Then came the death roll. The water erupted into red. The 5-ton orca leader was torn apart. The surviving whales immediately retreated. The battle was over, and the message was clear. A new monster had arrived. Years passed. The father never stopped searching. He followed migration routes, explored submarine canyons, hunted across hundreds of kilometers of coastline, always searching for evidence that his offspring might still be alive. But the deeper he searched, the more the truth revealed itself. The bones he found told a different story. His son was gone. Whatever had happened in these waters had ended long before the father arrived. Now only one purpose remained: survival. The Mosasaur grew larger with every passing year. Great white sharks became prey. Large seals vanished without warning. Even whales began disappearing along migration routes. By his 12th year in the modern ocean, he had reached nearly 19 meters in length and close to 28 tons in weight. He became something the Pacific had never seen before. A predator from another age, a living relic ruling a modern sea. But no giant remains hidden forever. Ships began detecting strange sonar contacts. This investigated impossible sightings. Military sensors tracked an unknown creature moving through deep water. The ancient king had become impossible to ignore. And unlike every predator before it, humanity possessed something evolution had never prepared him to face: technology. Years of tracking eventually revealed his hunting grounds. Naval forces moved into position. Specialized weapons were deployed. For the first time since arriving in the future, the Mosasaur faced an enemy he could not bite, could not outrun, could not intimidate. The final battle lasted only minutes. Explosions shattered the water around him. Shockwaves hammered his scar-covered body. The ancient ruler fought until the very end. But flesh and bone cannot defeat steel forever. As the wounded giant sank into the darkness below, the ocean grew silent. The search was finally over. The father never found the son he crossed 66 million years to save. Instead, he found only echoes. A world that no longer belonged to him, and a future that had already moved on. Yet for a brief moment, the oceans remembered what prehistoric terror truly looked like. A father crossed time itself, searching for his lost bloodline. And in doing so, he forced the modern world to remember the age of monsters.